Mr. Speaker, I thank you for this opportunity, and I thank those who are trying to, in attempt to fulfill most of the campaign promises that were not preceded with any research, collected data with any integrity, but just for people to think they said and they are doing it, even though they are dysfunctional to the performance of our republic, making an attempt in a way. But Mr. Speaker, I was thinking it is time we dealt away with some of these policy cliches that have not helped us as a country. The question I always ask is, are we sure that we only just want to be in power or come to power because to some of us, either as individuals or as groups, it is all about enterprising, making money, having power, and flexing up and showing our shoulders and bare chest to the public? I think we need to deal away with this. I use the word you asked me to retract, so I'll use that again. These dysfunctional strategic positions that have been very drift to us. Mr. Speaker, the object of the bill, I want to read it again, if you permit me. The object of the bill is to establish the 24-hour economy authority to ensure the integrated sustainable transformation of national systems for economic production, supply chain, marketing, and labor power development, and to provide for related matters. Mr. Speaker, I want to ask them, what do they mean by 24-hour economy? Mr. Speaker, it entails business operations, public services, agriculture, running these areas continuously 24/7 across day and night. From what my brothers were coming from and the emphasis we were placing on all these policies was that they wanted us to operate a shift program that will offer jobs to the masses, to Ghanaians, and also build our economy sustainably and attain the long-term economic growth and stability. And if you read all this, when it comes to the public service, security, health, we are already running 24-hour economy. We are running shift. So their emphasis was on the economic development. Building factories, manufacturing factories that will employ thousands of Ghanaians, run 8-hour shift 3 times a day or 3 phases. What have they done so far to attain that goal? Mr. Speaker, this is a strategic drift. It is impossible. It's just a fallacy. It's not going to work anyway. In the first place, they should give us an idea, a picture of a manufacturing framework that they have researched and appraised for us to believe in this policy. We live in this country. I'm not wishing them bad. If it's good, it's for this country. But I'm telling you, Mr. Speaker, and the entire Ghanaian community, it is not something they've thought through. I'm not saying it's not a good thing. Mr. Speaker, the 24-hour economy my brothers from the NDC side are talking about, they have no idea about what they want to do. I'm being honest with you. If you go to most of the developed economies, when they are talking about 24-hour economy, go to China, go to the European countries, go to Latin America, go to Northern Americans, you see manufacturing industries. The ecosystem is so effective and efficient that thousands of young people from that country are working. Is that what they want to tell us? Mr. Speaker, this whole political gimmicks and propaganda to deceive voters, I think we should have a new paradigm shift. We need to redefine our corporate focus as a country and the reasons why we are in politics. We should be getting tired of some of these propaganda, communist inferior tactics, machineries that they are dishing out to the people. Mr. Speaker, then you have to come to another issue that I'm surprised. Once again, they want to do this to help build a very productive economic framework, i.e. dealing with our dwindling fiscal space, our policy framework. We run a negative effective tax rate economy. We run a debt inclined economy. And one of the reasons is that we are not able to control our expenditures effectively. We are not dealing with the correlation that we need between our expenditures control and our GDP growth. We have a lot of institutions that are already overlapping, that are already duplicated in terms of functions and structures. We already have all of them. Why are they trying to set up another one? Are we not tired of abusing and misusing state resources in the name of politics and creating jobs for the boys? Is it what we want to do for Ghanaians? The young people out there, look at them. Only a few of them even get job to do. Why are we continuing this recycling unfortunate inimical policies that are destroying this country? Mr. Speaker, I am surprised that my brother Adongo and my chairman, he is talking about interest rate, inflation and other things. Today, Mr. Speaker, I want us to invite any professor in this world to come. We are tired of this propaganda. What has the NDC done for the past 12 years?
12 months.
12 months, sorry. What have you done? It is in this house, Mr. Speaker, it is in this house that my own brother, Dr. Atuforsin, came and read their own budget. And they stated all the primary macro indicators in this house. GDP was growing 5.6% before you took over. Inflation had been reduced from 54.1 to 22.9 before you took over. Primary balance, reserve, everything. We are running a defensive sector economy. If you don't understand what is called a defensive economic market sector, I'm explaining to you today. The systematic risk index of our market is far less than 1. So there's a lag period. Ghanaians are enjoying what MPP government did. Stop lying to them. Can you calculate any of your contributions as a percentage of our GDP today? Tell us. We are tired of lies and the deception and the propaganda.
That's right.
I am not blaming you, you've not done anything. You are building your first year. You are doing rearrangement, calibration, and configuration. We agree. But you haven't done anything.
That's right.
NDC government has not done anything yet.
Right.
We are here to feel the impact of anything you are going to do. Stop lying to Ghanaians. What have you added to the economy? Tell me. What have you added? Mr. Speaker, by December... 3 minutes.
Withdraw the word stop lying.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Speaker. I've done that. Mr. Speaker, I've withdrawn.
So they are deceiving us.
Mr. Speaker, they talk about exchange rate. What are the primary macro indicators? When it comes to our independent, so what are the independent factors or variables of exchange rate currency performance? One is this to supply and demand. By December and January, when they took over, we had gotten over $1 billion in account because we domesticated cocoa syndication. First time in the history of this country. Has time to be corrected. Because we had free and fair, peaceful election that rebuilt and restored the confidence of investors. Because American government had entered into trade war with the Asian partners. Now you are talking as if you've done anything. We don't even know the amount of dollars being circulated in our system. Do you know we have 3 different rates? We have Bank of Ghana rates, we have Forex Bureau rate, we have black market rate. And you are going about lying and behaving like we are in control of our economy. We are sorry. You are misleading. Mr. Speaker, look at this chamber. Respectfully look at yourself. Look at me. Your spectacles are mine. What they are wearing. Everything here, we imported them. Who has control over the exchange rate? You are only enjoying what you took over. You have not done anything yet. I'm not blaming you. Ghanaians should begin to praise us. Except that the impact that they felt late, you would have lost the election. Stop doing propaganda. You are talking about 24-hour economy. You see, Mr. Speaker, our brothers
serious matter. Go ahead.
Our brothers from the NDC are constantly engaged in the use of communist inferior tactics as a political tool. I am telling you today, this whole thing about 24-hour economy is got no substance. It's a sham. It doesn't do us any good. It is propaganda. It's not going to give any results. It is cost 90. It's deceiving the ordinary Ghanaian. It has no future.
That's right.
Now you're talking about it has come to stay.
Stay where?
A policy is not a matter of the policy staying. It's about the results. Whether it's going to provide the needed incentives we need as a country, as a sovereignty.
That's right.
If you have a child that has been 100 years and never offered the society anything and was drug addict and you are spending on him and it's a liability to the state, is that what you want? I rather prefer a child that will be 40-year-old, but the child can offer our society and our country something that we can say the child is an asset. You don't develop a liability for Ghanaians. The fact of the matter is that they never thought through 24-hour economy. They never conducted any research. They don't have any data backing it. They don't know the future of 24-hour economy. In any case, there was a time that I asked 22 of them. They couldn't even define. All of them were giving different definitions. How could one policy, multi-dimensional definitions, stop deceiving Ghanaians? Mr. Speaker, trying to conclude on what I'm saying, I am asking my brothers from the NDC and the government to go and rethink, because this document, Mr. Speaker, contains nothing. It's like medicine without a potent medicinal element. It's like taking water when you have infection. It's nothing.
That's right.
So, Mr. Speaker, all I want to say is that they should withdraw all these things, go back. They don't have to abuse the fact that they have numbers. They don't have to abuse the fact that they can pass anything they want. Posterity will ask them. The next generation will ask them, what did you use your numbers to do? Because you have power. This 24-hour economy, even though it's not a bad policy, they are not prepared. It has nothing good to offer us. There's nothing in it. It is empty. The authority they want to have, it hasn't got even where you should think of authority.
That's right. I'm
surprised. Why are you jumping the gun? Because you have numbers. What is the ulterior motive behind this? Mr. Speaker, I would like to end here, but I'm advising them, if they take my advice, one day, Mr. Speaker, allow me to speak to you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for this.